Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. So this is a big recording session that I'm going to be doing today. I have, I think, about 6 matches to edit and stuff. This one, it was played on a previous day. This one was played the last day that I uploaded, but I just got around to doing this one. I don't fully recall everything that happened here. I don't think this one was the most challenging. I think we were able to get this cleaned up with Hearthvelger with limited issues. It wasn't the most difficult map to clear, aside from Loki. Yes, I remember Loki being a problem here with the positioning, and then the structures in the way made it difficult to approach the defense. So those were some of the primary issues here. I'm noticing, like, this map in particular typically has a weakness on the right-hand side here. That lane where the healing tower is, usually that's a spot that you can go up, straight up. Maybe there's a structure in the way, but usually you have a time to break it. But I find that usually you can go straight up on the right hand side and take out your opponent, or initiate or get something going over there. That is usually a opening that is available for this particular map. And then also the middle, which is where I usually go up the middle. So just, something to consider. I don't actually think there's much that you can do about it, because there's a defensive terrain there, unless you're going to put ice there to make it a little bit more difficult. The trees are there, so you can't really put structures around the trees. So yeah, for flyers, or just someone that you could potentially smite up, or someone with ignores terrain, they could potentially just go straight up there. Probably just flyers really are the best option for that right hand side, which you'll see me do quite a lot in the upcoming videos, or just a few times, maybe not a lot, but a few times. But yeah, this map did have a few challenges, and it was overall, I remember it being pretty fun to play. So let's allow that to play out as we discuss a few things. I think I left it off talking about the latest banner, and I was going over some of the units, and I think I left off at the harmonic. I left off with them, and I didn't really go over Minerva very much. I don't know, not that my opinion on these units really matter. I mean, everyone can usually tell when a unit is good or when a unit is bad, and majority of the times we're all just pulling for our favorites anyway, so it's not like the opinions hold a ton of value. And then also, if you're like super duper competitive, you're just going to pull for whatever the new busted thing is, regardless of what anyone says. Or if you got orbs, you're just going to summon, and you're probably going to just collect everything. So what I say doesn't have a ton of weight, but these are my thoughts on it. The Hilda is, what did I say about her? I don't remember. Like, the initial impressions, I thought, yeah, this is a really strong unit, and she should age well. The thing that I probably dislike the most about her is that the shared spoils isn't like a... it's going to be difficult to get the shared spoils off. And I think that's the strongest thing about her kit. Shared spoils is really powerful. Interesting that they gave it to Hilda from 3 houses. Could have probably been on... what's his name? That guy that's Edelgard. Not Edelgard, but the guy, Hubert. I'm thinking that's probably something Hubert could have had as well. So we have Gatekeeper and Hilda now from 3 houses with that effect. Probably, I don't know if it's going to be Hilda's thing. Maybe it will also be Florina's thing, because Florina has a ton of ults just because of the Lin association. I'm not particularly fond of Florina. She's kind of bland, kind of that passive archetype that they love to push. I don't know. Her personality is really boring. But I don't know, maybe that'll end up being Florina's thing as well, having the shared spoils, since it's a part of the harmonic. Because she definitely needs something to make her stand out from Lin, I think, Florina. But
name a target.
Yeah, that is the strongest part of the kit. and I don't know how well that will work. I believe it's on a rally or a movement assist or something. So I don't know how well that will work on defense. You really want that to go off the way that either Lapis does it. Lapis does it by attacking, and Gatekeeper does it as a support effect. So you'd really rather one of those two things instead of a rally, because the rally kind of forces an action to be. She might not rally. She might just go and suicide, and there might not be anyone for her to rally or assist on. So that's one of the things that I wasn't like fond about. But overall, I thought, this unit looks pretty strong. Boulder, she's able to kind of solo New Year's Boulder because she seems to win the speed check. At least the one in the Tempest trial does. So that's a positive for her. But overall, I find that Florina units, anything associated with Florina, except for that duo, that Lynn, but I think that's probably more so because Lynn is there. But typically once it's a Florina, it usually doesn't age well. So that's the concern that I have about this alt. Hilda usually doesn't age well either. Usually they don't really give her the goods when it comes around for her refines. They typically don't give her everything that she needs to really stand out. So I don't know. This unit should be good for now, but I don't see her holding long-term value.
Which way?
Minerva. Frozen will hold long-term value. So that's definitely something that I think will stand out if you're looking to invest in anyone from the banner. I think Minerva is probably going to be the go-to, or the one that I would recommend. Don't know where you'd really put her though, because there's so many other flyers that kind of have a similar playstyle or stat line. It's really the Frozen that, in my opinion, makes her really stand out. And it's a really great, it's a fantastic effect. I don't see that because it just makes slow units actually able to compete. It's the speed check is so important in this game that Frozen, like, no matter how far we go, it's always going to have a role to play, unless there's something that just completely negates its effects. But it's definitely something that will stick around and be very, very useful. I don't think they'll get rid of it anytime soon. So Minerva should definitely have a ton of value. And then who else is on the banner?
Don't worry.
I forget who else is on the banner, but I think I went over the other two already in some extent. The first one, Mia. Everyone seems to be really high on her in terms of what she's able to do, and I think the best thing about her is reflex.
Say the word.
I personally think that is
I understand.
definitely something I would love to have, because one of the reasons that I'm using Gatekeeper is also because he provides the reflex support as a drive 3x3. Granted, it's not the same reflex, but it's still the best that I can do. And the only other option is BK and Cav Girl Bridget? Nana. Is it Nana? I don't know. So much yellow here, I forget which one it is, but they're the only other source of it. So I don't have them, and you can't always use Black Knight. So Mia seems like a really viable alternative. It's just that, well, Black Knight's an armored unit.
What do I
The Cav, Ingrid, Bridget, whoever it is, they have a rally assist that allows them to have increased threat range. And this Mia, I don't know if she's going to be bulky enough, and then also I don't know if she's going to have the same effect. You know how Camilla can get all the way down there, and she doesn't have a problem with reach. I'm wondering if this Mia will have a problem with reach. So that's just my concern, her being able to get to where you want her to get to. But I think the reflex support is fantastic. And also, Black Knight is an armor, so that's always good to have an immediate armored option that also provides support. So if you're swapping out Black Knight for this Mia, you're losing out on a potential save, a near save or a far save. And I don't know, you're just gonna have to supplement that somewhere else. I mean,
I will
in terms
greet
of
them.
team spots, who do you
Got it.
like?
have
Who would you
orders?
replace for her? You know. And then at the same time, you can't really bring her
will
on
avenge
offense in
them.
light season because that's more status effects that Loki can cleanse. So, you know, I mean, granted, Black Knight was probably not the go-to there either since he's an armored unit and limited mobility.
I shall deliver.
So really, Ingrid was the one that would fill that role
I
since she can do it
understand.
mid-turn. But I don't know, man. This Mia seems interesting, but I think in terms of application, I don't
Orders.
think we're going to see that much of her. I think her fodder is going to lead to her extinction. I don't think we'll see a ton of her after her bonus
Which way?
season. She'll probably get foddered to Kingdom Come, and that will be that. We won't really get to see her
Whatever you
in
need.
practice. And then, who is the other unit on that banner, man? I cannot remember
shall
right
deliver.
now.
Which
Oh,
way?
right, Azura. Azura's
Whatever
the
you
two-range dance seems interesting, but I mean, man, dancers aren't really in the meta unless you're Plumeria. The dual button, the harmonic button, getting that extra action is really the thing that makes her stand out. So Azura doesn't have that. So I don't really know what she's gonna do because, like, for me, like if a dancer can't dance more than once, they're automatically bad for me. I feel like that's the direction that we're trending in. We need a dancer to dance more than once. Just dancing once is like you already have a mythic that does that. So if you're gonna bring another dancer, you need some more action economy out of that dancer, which is insane because just getting one dance is enough. But used to be enough, but I don't think we're there anymore.
Got it. Are there
Especially with
bandits
all
here?
the actions that we have in the game. It's like,
At your command,
why bring
say
a
the word.
dancer when you can just bring a dance? Why bring a dancer that can only
Follow
dance
my example.
once when you could bring a
What do I
Gale
do?
Force melee unit
way?
and then equip the Edelgard ring? So yeah, it's kind of a drawback. Not that what she has to offer
understand.
isn't, you know, I think a huge improvement
shall
for
deliver.
dancers overall. I don't really see. I don't see that, like, especially in Ether raids, maybe bonus season, but then after that, I don't really see that sticking around, you know? Probably she has some combat potential, that's great, but I don't really see her being a standout. But that's it for this one. This was a fun match. I'm going to get to the other ones.